If you think you know absolutely everything about dogs, you're wrong. For example, a dog's nose is not just sensitive to odors, but it is so unique and multifunctional that it can be called a built-in mini-computer. Here are 10 facts about dogs that are so amazing that you didn't even know it before. 1. Dogs are not descended from wolves. And this is a scientific fact. Modern wolves are not the ancestors of dogs. Our pets come from an entirely different species that disappeared thousands of years ago. American, European and Asian wolves are only distant relatives of dogs, despite the fact that their DNA is 99% identical. But for example, human and ape DNA are also more than 90% identical. 2. Dogs have a second nose. A dog's second nose is known as the vomeronasal organ, also called the Jacobson organ. This receptor is not actually receptive to the normal smells that humans can smell. In simplistic terms, dogs have a double nose. One, which is less sensitive, and the other, which is hypersensitive, located at the border between the oral and nasal cavities. 3. A dog's nose print is unique, perhaps the most interesting fact. It is almost like a human fingerprint. Sometimes a nose print is used to accurately identify an animal, especially if it is a member of a rare or expensive breed. No two dogs with exactly the same nose print simply do not exist. Neither do two people with absolute fingerprints. 4. Sometimes dogs pretend to be wounded to get their owner's attention. Almost every dog owner has noticed that his pet suddenly starts limping on one leg while walking, looking pitifully at his owner. All that the sly dog needs is to be petted, sweet-talked or given a tasty treat. There are cases when the dog immediately forgets which paw he was limping on, and begins to nudge the other. Dogs are great actors who are great at observing their owners and noticing our behavior patterns. And, accordingly, perfectly able to use it. 5. Dogs recognize colors. For many years it was believed that dogs see everything in black and white. This fact about dogs was undeniable literally until recently. However, research by scientists has shown that our pets are actually great at distinguishing colors. They recognize green, yellow and blue perfectly, but are unable to see red. Dogs see this color as dark gray. 6. Dogs know how to smile is the most amazing fact of dog life. Our pets smile, but not always for the same reasons humans do. They do it to convince their owner to show positive feelings toward them. However, a dog's smile does not always mean that he is happy. Sometimes it is a way to get attention or even a sign of nervousness. When a dog is very nervous, trying to get the reaction he wants from his owner, he starts stretching his lips in a smile and wagging his tail, tilting his head down. This is, rather, a pose of submission than a display of any positive emotions. This posture sometimes indicates that the animal is completely insecure and shows its vulnerability. 7. Dogs sleep belly up, with their feet up to the ceiling only where they feel safe. This is the most defenseless posture for a dog, so he can sleep only at home, in his own comfortable place. This pose denotes that the dog fully and unconditionally trusts its owner, feels confident and liberated. 8. Dogs don't feel guilty. This is the least known fact. Many owners think they can scold a naughty dog by instilling guilt. But scientists have found out that this touching look of guilt is just a reaction to the owner's gestures and behavior when he reprimands his pet in a stern voice. Guilt is too complex an emotion for an animal. It is a human emotion. A dog, on the other hand, is simply afraid that he will be punished. He may not even understand why. However, by saying "I'm sorry," it only tries to avoid an unpleasant situation. Because once the owner calmed down when he saw her touching expression on his face. This is the moment the pet remembers, so it knows very well that by looking guilty, it will propitiate its owner and he will no longer be angry. Thanks for watching. Support a budding author by subscribing.